my focus was on accuracy and being focused throughout those 25 or 30 minutes section wise. So because focus is very important when the question paper comes on the screen, and if we find that the question paper is difficult, then there might be a case that our focus get distracted.
Hello everyone. Today we have Shilpi with us. Thank you, Shilpi, for joining us. She has recently cleared RBI Grade B exam. Congratulations, Shilpi, from the entire iExamD team, and thank you so much for giving us time to share your journey with the users. Shilpi, can you give a little bit introduction about your profile?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you so much. And I'm Shilpi, and I originally belong to Sonipat, Haryana. But from past 8 years, I have been living in Delhi with my family. And I did my schooling from Sonipat only, but I did graduation from Jesus and Mary College in BCom honors, and my post-graduation in MCom from Department of Commerce, Delhi School of Economics. And after that, I worked with IBM India Private Limited for almost 9 months, but I resigned to prepare for regulatory body examinations. And apart from that, I'm an athlete. I'm a national level hockey player, and I have represented Delhi national hockey team and Delhi University hockey team at national and university levels, and I was the captain of both the teams.
Oh.
Yes,
wow, that's great, Shilpi. So Shilpi, how did you come to know about RBI Grade B exam, and why did you choose to prepare for it?
Okay. When I was working with IBM India Private Limited, I was looking for growth in my career, but I realized that the work which I'm doing with IBM India Private Limited, I will not achieve what I want to for the 5 or 10 years. So I realized that, and at that point of time, I decided to choose like a fast and a very smart way of achieving something great and something big, and government examination is one of the thing to enter into the big organizations. So I chose regulatory body examinations, and specifically RBI, because when I went through the syllabus of RBI, it was a match with my education background, and the main syllabus also, like finance and management, I studied these subjects in my post graduation and my graduation as well.
Okay. So, Shilpi, there are phases. There are two phases, phase 1, phase 2. Then there is interview in RBI. So, can you help the aspirants understand what all sources you used and what to keep in mind when choosing the sources for preparation?
Sure. For prelims, I followed a very targeted approach for prelims, because just to clear cutoff will be fine to clear the prelims. And in quant and reasoning section, you should know your strongest point. And what I did was I analyzed the previous year question papers, and from those question papers, I picked some specific topics which are very repeated, and I focused on those topics only. For example, in quant, data interpretation or the number system and the series, which these are the few topics which I focused on. And in reasoning, which I left was the puzzles, because they are very time consuming, and it will not be a smart strategy to put a lot of time into puzzles and in exam as well. So and after choosing my topics, I first brushed up my basics, and after that I gave sectional mock test and full length mock test for these topics. And while giving mock test, my focus was on accuracy and being focused throughout those 25 or 30 minutes section wise. So because focus is very important when the question paper comes on the screen, and if we find that the question paper is difficult, then there might be a case that our focus get distracted, and this should not happen. So we should have a very specific strategy to maintain that during the exam as well. So I think we should prepare this while giving mock test.
Okay. So Shilpi, what all mock tests did you appear for, the sectional and full length practice test?
There are a lot of mock tests available in the market, and there are a lot of sources. And I give multiple mock tests, and not just a mock test of any one institute. There are a lot of mock tests available in the market, and I subscribe to almost I gave three, four institutes mock test in for my prelims.
Okay. And what about the mains? So there's descriptive and mains, and students are usually worried about the descriptive part. So what all sources did you use for your mains?
First of all, what I did was I cleared my as I did my prelims, and the same for the mains as well. I cleared my basics, and specifically the syllabus which is provided by RBI, the 2-page PDF which is provided. I stuck to that, like the word to word. We should know everything about those topics which are mentioned in the syllabus, and I cleared my those basics. And after that, I moved to further topics. I first I picked my strongest part, which was finance and management. I focused on that majorly, and after that I moved to ESI, and then English descriptive. And for typing practice, what I did was I gave mock test, and with those mock tests, I brushed up my answer writing skills as well, and along with that, I improved my typing skill as well. Never don't use pen or paper to give to practice answer writing. Use keyboard, and specifically the keyboard which is a computer keyboard, the one with not the laptop keyboard. We should use the computer keyboard to practice the answer writing. And for finance and management section, I used my master's or graduation source books, and I made my notes for these sections. And for ESI, for economics, I studied economics in my graduation, and those basics were enough to prepare for economics. And for social issues, I refer to PIB section or the PIB website of the government, and the Hindu newspaper, and specifically the editorial section. So the major topics related to society or the social issues, I was able to cover these topics from these two sources, PIB and the newspaper.
Okay, so that's great. That's a very comprehensive list that will help the students prepare further. So while you were preparing for RBI exam, so you must have faced certain difficulties or certain things that you feel that shouldn't be there, shouldn't have been done. So can you suggest what were those things that students should avoid?
The most difficult part for me was during my prelims. I was scared about quantitative quant section, and this is the section which scared me the most. And because and I was focused on just clearing the cutoff in quant section, and I was worried about that only. And for that, I practiced as much questions, as much mock test as I could, and also shortcuts for solving quant questions will not work in RBI, because the questions are very lengthy, and the only way to solve the question is to understand the question and step by step solve them, just we used to do during our school days. So no shortcut is going to help in quant section, definitely. So this way we should practice for prelims in quant section and in reasoning as well. But reasoning is doable. Like if we practice mock tests, then we can have a hold on reasoning section. The major problem for me was the quant section, and this is how I was able to clear it. And the second thing is the current affairs section. And one point which I want to focus here is that as we can see in 2023 as well, it is not just a fact-based GS section, not at all. And a comprehensive understanding of each and every topic is required. And the questions are very lengthy. Even I have heard that the candidates just reached question number 45 or 47 and the time was up. So the GS section of 80 questions is very lengthy. So time management is very important. And the understanding of the questions also is very important. The background of the questions we should know. And we can do that by reading newspaper regularly. Just pick any one economic newspaper where we will cover our economics or RBI related news very thoroughly, and what is going on in the news, what is going on in our economy, so that a basic understanding, and it will give a basic understanding, and then we can cover the background of the topic from the resources which we are studying. So just the learning the facts is not a more a
Better to
strategy to
understand.
clear the
Better to
exam.
understand what's going on around. So Shilpi, that was, I think, really helpful because a lot of students will learn from your experience. Can you tell me what do you think is the ideal time in order to cover the syllabus or to prepare for RBI Grade B exam? So even if a person is starting from today, so how long will that need to prepare for RBI exam?
I think it depends candidate to candidate how much time a person take to study for this exam, because I was like full time studying for this examination. However, there are candidates who are working as well. So how much time a candidate will take to cover the whole syllabus depends on his or her profile and his or the time which he or she have to prepare. So it totally depends on you only. And for current affairs or the GS section, the magazine which one can refer to is the past 6 months magazine is enough to prepare for GS section from the date of prelims. And for mains as well, just add one more month the time between the RBI mains and the RBI prelims. That current affairs would be enough to cover for both the phases. And make your own notes if possible. But what I used to do was I used to mark my highlights in the PDF only on my tablet. And but yes, I made notes from the PIB website on daily basis. The PIB website is very important from prelims and mains point of view, both.
Okay. So Shilpi, we have shared a list of sources to use. Can you tell me what shouldn't be done in the preparation? What is it that the student should be careful about?
Okay. I would say that a targeted approach will definitely be helpful. Like we should not just pick any, yes, do not refer to multiple resources. Do not. We should not refer to multiple resources or read one topic from multiple resources. Just have one resource with you and revise it multiple times. Which I did was I revised my notes or any resource minimum 5 to 6 times before exam. So this much of revision is definitely required. And also do not feel like panic that my syllabus is not covered. No, this is not. This happens to everyone. Definitely that we are not going to complete the syllabus till our mains or till our prelims, and this is going to give us a little tension or something. This negative sense that our syllabus is not complete. This and that. No, this happens to everyone, and so be confident while giving the exam. This is the only thing which is going to help, and prepare with full, like give your 200% if you want to clear this exam.
Right. And how was your mock interview? Did you appear for any mock interview? And how was your actual interview?
Okay. Yes, I gave mock interviews, and mock interviews definitely going to help in our in the real interview and or the main interview, because the mock interviews, which in my case helped me in knowing about myself, how I should appear in front of the panel, and how I should give answers, how polite my pitch should be, and how I should start my answers. So all these things, mock interviews help us in getting prepared for the interview. And my real interview was a very great experience. The panel was very cordial, and they really made me feel comfortable initially. And after they asked me questions, and the questions were technical and knowledge based questions. So there are a lot of questions the panel asked me, and for example, they asked me about the financial inclusion or the RBI balance sheet, and maybe the impact on RBI balance sheet of various instances. So but yes, the interview was good. It was a very great experience, and just to that feeling that I am sitting in front of so highly learned men is one of the great experience one can have.
Wow, that's amazing, Shilpi. So Shilpi, I will again thank you a lot for sharing your journey with us and for helping the aspirants, whoever is inspired by your journey and wants to prepare for this exam. Once again,
Thank
Shilpi,
you.
congratulations from the entire exam team, and thank you so much for giving us your time. Thank
Thank
you.
you